Okay, well here we are, part 3 of this restoration. I've done quite a bit of electrolysis on this, and I got a lot of the rust out. I don't think it's going to come completely perfect, but I think once I get some water flowing through it, it'll kind of help rinse it out, rinse all this crap out. And it's still pretty rusty in there, but most of the scale is gone. And I'm getting tired of waiting. I want to get this thing working again. So I'm going to get this assembly back together and paint it up, and then it's going to go back on the pump. So I finally got this all painted up. This wheel got jammed on the shaft the wrong way, as you can see. Well, I got it fixed now, but there's a flat spot on the shaft here, and somehow when I was trying to put this on, it rotated, and so it got jammed, and I had a hell of a time getting it off. I actually dinged up the thing a little bit trying to get it off, but finally got it and got it on right and tightened the set screw down, so that's all good now. And I got to remember to put oil in it too. So I'm going to get this stuff reassembled and give it a paint job, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so these valves go in here like that. And then this goes on there, and then I got to put the bolts on there. I put some anti-seize on there so they're easier to come out next time. And of course I can't do this with one hand. And on the top end I got a new gasket, and these valves, and another gasket. Luckily this kit came with them. And then this goes on top of here. Okay, it's a few days later. I got everything back together. Actually, this pressure switch isn't supposed to be here. Pressure gauge isn't supposed to be here. That hole there is for the pressure switch. So I'll have to take that out of there. But I got the piston in and everything. It's a little stiff, but I think that's because of the packing I put in here. I think once I get it spinning a little bit, it'll free up. Plus I got to put some oil in there. But I think it's mostly due to this packing in here. So with this done, I can move over to the motor. And I already took it apart the other day. And I shouldn't have taken this end cap off, because look, see how this is kind of all wobbling around in here now, and it's really hard to get this back on. I should have left that on there. So it's going to be a challenge to get that end cap back on, because I guess all these things here sit inside this. So yeah, it's going to take a little work, because see how this is kind of out of shape now? But I should be able to get it in there without too much difficulty. And that is a lot of dirt in there. It's not burned, I don't think. It's just really pretty dirty. So I'm going to just clean it up and put it back together. As you can see here, there's a lot of dirt inside this switch here. I cleaned most of it out, but it was probably for the best that I took the end cap off, because at least I can get to this switch here. Get all that crap out of there. Well, I can see why GM went out of the motor business. This is in so many different pieces. It's really hard to get it back together. I've been working at this for an hour, and I almost had it back together, but you got to line the stator up with the bolts and everything. It's just really difficult. The base plate is actually bolted right to the stator. Remind me to never take this motor apart again. I'll get it. It's just going to take me a lot of time. It's really tedious getting this thing back together. Well, I got it mostly back together. Still not quite lined up right, but I'm running out of time for today. I still got to get these screws in, because the whole case like goes up and around this capacitor, and it's like clipped together on the bottom. So I had a hell of a time, and I'm still gonna have a hell of a time getting this right here lined up and screwed back into here. And then this whole thing, when I tighten the bolts, and maybe it'll squeeze together, because this still isn't lined up right because it's turning really hard. But save that for another day. So I'll end this video right here, and we'll come back next time and I'm gonna try it again. So till then, see you next time.